Hey, what is up everybody? This is Mark, and today I'm going to go over the file for this cat bank. Like all the other banks, it's really easy, but I want to show you a couple of tips and tricks along the way to make it even better. We're going to go through all the pieces from left to right here, but before we start, I'm going to show you how to make the optional door for the back. So I'm going to grab all these pieces here, and we're going to move them down to the left and go over those, and then we'll go over the rest of the pieces. So as you see, everything is color-coded just to help you understand what you're looking at. The first thing is this purple circle, which is the knob. And after you cut that out, you can glue it right here on this red door. That's the part that's going to go up and down and in the slot there on the back of the cat to get the money out if you prefer to use that. And then let's look over here at the back of the cat here. I want to make a couple points that are really important. First of all, this blue oval here, you're going to cut because that's the hole that you're going to reach into the body of the cat there and get the money out. But this green one, this green half circle, you're going to score that. Do not cut that. Repeat, do not cut that. Just score it. And this is going to be on the back of the cat. In other words, this is not going to be in the part that you're going to see from the front through the acrylic. This will be on the back, all right? So when you paint this door over here, you're going to want to make sure you paint both sides of it because you're going to see both sides of it when the door is shut. So after you cut this circle and you score this green line, then you're going to take these two pieces here. They look the same, but they're not. This one here is just ever so slightly smaller than the other one, and or thinner. So you're going to take this first one and you're going to glue it right on top of that score line. And then the second one, you're going to glue right on top of the first one. And that's going to create a slot that you then can take this door and just slide it right into there just like that and open and close whenever you need to get money out. So really easy to use. Just want to point out how to do that. If you are not going to use the door, then of course you can just delete these two shapes because you don't need them. Let's talk over the rest of the cat. So I highly recommend that these 5 pieces here, the back piece, the 3 spacers, and the base all be cut out of 1/4 inch material. I don't recommend that you use 1/8 inch or anything that thin because you're going to use a lot more material and it won't be as stable and it won't be as thick, so you won't be able to get as much into the bank. So cut all 5 of those out of 1/4 inch material. And when you cut the base, before you cut it, you're going to measure the slot with your calipers, not the slot, sorry. You're going to measure your material with your calipers and then edit that slot to fit whatever your material thickness is, all right? And then once you get done with the cat, you're just going to put it on just like that right there. So let's just stack these pieces the way they go together. You're going to stack the spacers on top of the back piece. Of course, the back piece will be flipped over with this on the back side, right? Not on the inside. I'm going to move that just so it's not distracting. That will be on the back. So you got all 3 as spacers. If you want the bank to be thicker, you'll simply make another spacer or 2. I don't recommend doing them any less than 3 spacers. I've done them as much as 5 spacers. It's really great. You can fit a lot of money in there. Oh, let me back up a minute. You can also save a little bit of space on your materials by doing something like this. You can take this, this piece here and turn it over, and I think you can nest them just barely together here like this. And you should be able to get a lot more on the same sheet of material just like this, right? Like that. So you could even cut more of the spacers just because you have more room. So consider that when you're doing this. All right, so we're stacking them all up on top of each other. I'm going to flip this one back around and we'll walk through the rest of this one. So we're stacking these 3 on top of each other just like that. I'm not going to get them perfect. You know what we're doing there. Okay. And then this piece right here represents the 1/8 inch thick clear acrylic. So you're going to put that on next. And then let me just grab these last few pieces here, bring them down to the other end. These are all going to be cut out of 1/8. You can technically use 1/4 if you want to, but 1/8 works great. So you're going to take this piece, put it right on top of the clear acrylic. And then, of course, the inside of the ears will cut out and you'll just be able to paint them and then set them right in there. I know I don't have this aligned perfectly, but that's okay. And then the face, you're going to put on just like that, line that all up. Again, the eyeballs will be able to be placed wherever you want to place them. Let me point this out to you. You can, on on the placement of the eyes, you can, let me ungroup these for a minute. Before you cut them, you can move them. Sorry, not the eyes themselves. You just want to move the pupils. You could move those, wherever you wanted to. You could flip them over, have them look in whatever direction you want, or you can just leave them where I had them. Either way works great. Just want to point that out to you. And then you got the nose that goes right there. You've got the tongue, of course, that will, when you cut that, it'll cut separately. You can paint that and put it back in. And then you've got the feet, which you can imagine where those go from the pictures to. You will just align those and put all 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you are done with the cat. It's really easy to make, a lot of fun. I'd love to see what colors you guys choose too. So make sure you share some photos. Let me know if you have any questions, but until then, as always, I'll see you in the next one.